from the ashes, the school of the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling Show. For us, it's episode 174. But to all of us, our new friends at the Filling the Void Radio Network, and all of us listening on iHeartRadio, this is episode 1. And we say to you, all of you, welcome. Welcome to the Scholars of Wrestling Show. I am your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my right is Scholar Tarek. What's up, sir?
Hello, everyone. I am back from vacation. I've had my long, tiring trip in London and Paris. Apparently, these two idiots think they can they can toss me aside. Apparently, yes, I heard that. I heard that on the one episode that you assume that it was you who sent me to London and Paris. No, it was all me, baby. I went to London, I went to Paris, I had a blast, and I just can't wait to go back in the next few years. So now, I'm back, I'm fully charged, I'm ready to talk some wrestling, and... what did happen this week, fool?
Well, let's go right into it. With a little segment we like to, when we look at the little extracurriculars in the world of wrestling and things happening behind the scenes that are noteworthy enough, we like to address those things and more in a little segment we like to call Backstage News.
Indeed. I like to, add a little more color to this commentary, and I like to call it as peeking behind the curtain and checking in on a little...
Backstage News. Echo effect.
I love it.
That's fun. So anyway, if you're me, and I sincerely hope you're not, the biggest thing that appealed to you this week is the ongoing saga of the Mae Young Classic, and oh man, this was awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen it all yet, but the one thing that I am very proud of the WWE Network for doing is doing what Netflix is doing and just having all the episodes listed so you can just go ahead and binge watch the entire thing until Tuesday is the finals.
Yes, this upcoming Tuesday is going to be the finals, but until then, I believe, when did the second round drop? Was that on? It was on Labor Day, wasn't it?
I believe it was, yes.
And oh boy, that gave me plenty of entertainment, and all I did was just marathon the entire thing, as I'm sure many of us did, enjoying every second of it, and I also took some notes to myself.
Like I said, I'm right now up to the first episode of the second rounds. So
okay, so I will do my best not to. I don't think there are any spoilers on this. I just have a little tiny note card that just got filled up with notes.
Don't be afraid to go into spoiler territory. I actually don't mind. Hell, I still haven't seen SummerSlam since I went on vacation, and
okay then.
From what people have been telling me, it's not a show worth seeing, and from what you guys said, from the SummerSlam recap show that I did listen to, as much as I did listen to, you guys weren't exactly thrilled about it either.
Yeah, that was a whole nother can of worms. But okay,
I guess
for everyone else who does care, this is your spoiler warning regarding the Mae Young Classic, even though it's already been pre-taped. But anyway, here we go. Okay, here are my notes. Number 1, Mercedes Martinez is cool, but needs better music. Abby Laith, nice hair and makeup.
Are you actually going to just go with this? I feel like you're the janitor from Billy Madison, just saying random things. Miss Lippy has nice hair. Something like that. How about you, Sideburns?
Sweater is green.
How about you, Sideburns? You want some of this milk?
I'd rather have a beer. Speaking of beer, one match was Shayna Baszler versus Mercedes Martinez, if I can speak English right.
Apparently not.
Apparently not.
Drink some of that clear liquid.
I need a drink of water for that monster nonsense. Shayna Baszler scares me.
Is she the tall one that faced? She was eliminated in the first round, correct?
No, that's
that faced. Let me see the names again.
That's not everybody.
Oh, I know, but I know you mentioned
that was Abby Laith.
Abby Leif.
That's Shayna Baszler is the MMA chick.
Oh, okay.
With Entourage, with
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey entourage. Yeah.
The MMA 4 horsewomen, as they like to call themselves.
Yes. Okay, back to notes. I wrote, Ailstorm should do Kairi Sane's music. Do you know what Ailstorm is?
No.
It's basically a pirate-themed metal band, and they're amazing. Okay.
You got to have me listen to them to get a
crazy.
good idea of this.
We'll listen to some of their stuff after the show. Okay, here's a big one for me. Toni Storm is a star. Lacey Evans is too. Honestly, Toni Storm for me is like the MVP of the entire show. She is... I don't know where she came from. Well, I know where she came from. She came from Australia. But I just think she's cool and she kicks all kinds of ass. If they don't sign her... If WWE does not sign her or has not signed her for a full contract, they're the biggest idiots I can think of, or she just doesn't want to work for them for some reason. But she's a star, and they need to hire her right now.
Have they signed any names yet? Has there been any lists?
I'm sure they have. I believe a couple of them are already in the Performance Center lineup. Mm-hmm. Other ones, I'm not so sure. They're sort of riding the line in between, this is just an appearance just for this, or whatnot. But I really hope Toni Storm is one of those people. She's the chick with the hat.
Mm-hmm.
The little hat.
Yeah, I know. I recognize that name.
Yeah. Honestly, the more the show went on, the more I was impressed with her. I really, really like her a lot. She's got charisma. She can get it done in the ring. She's one of the only people I know who can use a butt-based offense and make it look credible. She's a total package. She really comes across like a future, and she's only like, what, 21, 22?
I think 22.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's 22.
Got a very, very bright future ahead of her. She's awesome. Also, I may have a small crush on Lacey Evans. Just then again, I also can't tell if it's her or her gimmick that I like so much. But hey, I'm into the whole retro pinup aesthetic. That's cool. And Toni Storm versus Lacey Evans was a fun little match. Didn't last long, but hey, it was worth it. Okay, and my final note: Rhea Ripley equals Noelle Foley plus She-Hulk.
Who was the one that had the whip, that used her hair as a whip?
Oh, that. Oh, wow.
I don't know any. I don't know all the names yet.
I know. In my brain, it's just like, okay, name everybody from the Mae Young Classic: Toni Storm, Kairi Sane, Lacey Evans,
and the really big
Shayna
Piper,
Baszler.
I believe her name is.
Oh, Piper Niven.
Piper Niven. That's right.
Yeah, again, I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again. Piper Niven actually impressed me. She's like a way more experienced Nia Jax.
She hasn't impressed me yet.
Who, Nia or Piper Niven?
Can I say both?
Yes, you absolutely can. That's how opinions work.
But I was like trying to think. Yes. Which one is it? Yes.
Just yes.
Yeah, I don't know. Piper just doesn't. She just hasn't clicked for me yet. She doesn't. I guess it seems like for me, she seems to be going at a slow pace. I mean, granted, she is a big woman, and she does some good moves, but she hasn't clicked for me yet.
Yeah, someone had to sort of frame this right for me, but one thing that's very unusual about her is that I think on some level we're so used to seeing bigger women wrestle like heels. But Piper Niven really didn't do that during this tournament. She wrestled like a face, and I personally, it was personally off-putting to me just because I wasn't used to that yet. But after sort of putting it in perspective, I was like, okay, that's at least that's unique.
It's not a factor on heel or face. It's just the factor of when I look at her and when I saw how she wrestles, I feel like, you remember that scene in Ready to Rumble when they're trying to get their little entourage and they're wrestling in that hay barn?
Oh man, I haven't seen that movie in years.
They're-
Very vague memories.
Well, like they're practicing, and their ring is made out of like straw, and their ropes are obviously real rope. I'm just like, I feel like the most simple way to put it, I look at her as redneck wrestling. I look at her as like someone who like is only wrestling because she's a big woman and she can do some moves, but she's not fully athletic to that like to the point of where I don't see them signing her. So she's kind of wasting my time.
So why get invested?
Yeah.
I still disagree. I'm thinking she's, again, it seems like she's got way more Raw experience than Nia Jax ever did. It seems like she's making do with a lot less in terms of resources and training.
But Jeff, Nia's not like most girls.
Well, neither is Piper Niven. So it all balances out anyway. But either way...
Also, Nia has that Samoan blood.
Yeah. But even so...
Piper... She has the, whiskey blood.
Okay, that's one way to put it.
I'm sorry, she's just not connecting with me. I'm not a big fan.
She's an acquired taste. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But anyway, that leads us all up to the absolute final match for next week. We've got in the main event. Drum roll, please.
Drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll, drum roll.
Shayna Baszler versus. What?
I'm sorry, I was just drum roll, drum roll, drum roll.
Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane for the finals.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of people have been tracing this where they sort of built up Shayna Baszler to be the eliminator of all these different big faces, and then Kairi is sort of not so much the plucky underdog, but just the nice girl who you want to see win, who can also land one of the prettiest elbow drops I've ever seen in my life. No, seriously, I love that damn thing.
Wait. Say the match again.
I don't know. What did I say?
Say the match again. That's
Shayna Baszler versus Kairi Sane.
Okay.
Yes. MMA chick versus Asian pirate.
Yes, now I remember. Okay.
But yeah, supposedly they are going to be rolling. They're going to be doing like a red carpet special, and they're going to have
for the finals.
Yeah, they're going to have Ronda Rousey and some of the women's from the Glow show on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah, so apparently they're making this a big deal, and supposedly this the Mae Young Classic got incredible viewership.
Well, yeah. From what I've read, it's like, it's like doubled the viewers than SummerSlam and WrestleMania, at least this past year's.
Yeah, I didn't hear any specific numbers, but still, that's impressive. And it's, as if anything else comes down the pike that's similar to this, I welcome it with open arms. I really hope they do something like this again. If for no other reason than to just mix it up and find absolutely wonderful new talent like Toni Storm. And then once they find this new talent, they can sign them like Toni Storm.
He's high on the Toni Storm.
Well, so should you. Keep watching the show.
All right, I will.
Good.
Fine.
Be that way.
I will.
All right.
Done.
All right. So yeah, that's the Mae Young Classic in a nutshell. Signed Toni Storm already. Moving on. Apparently, Global Force Wrestling / TNA / Impact Wrestling, they're in a doghouse again. Apparently, Jeff Jarrett is going on a leave of absence.
Due to personal reasons.
To personal reasons. And supposedly, according to rumor, Global Force Wrestling is quote-unquote bleeding money, and Anthem wants free from them.
It's really sad. This company cannot catch a break. I actually thought that they were going to go rebuild themselves with Anthem. I mean, they have the owl. They have the new look. Apparently, they're merged with Global Force, so they're now Global Force Impact, TNA...
Wrestling Anthem Wrestling Owl?
Anthem Wrestling Owl, yeah. There's nothing really more else to say. It's really sad. I don't like seeing... I don't want to see a wrestling company fail.